Training Center, an institution that is under the Ministry of Youth, Sport, Arts and Recreation. The institution is a provincial center that is located at the 15-kilometer peg along the Mutare-Harare Highway. There are 7 other vocational training centers which are dotted around the districts. The institution started around 1981 as a reintegration and life skills center for freedom fighters, war collaborators, and refugees from Mozambique. Over the years, it transformed into a fully fledged vocational training center. The institution offers conventional and skills outreach programs, which include training for enterprise certificate in motor mechanics.
Motor Mechanics Intake 33, under the tutelage of Mr. Karembera. We just received a vehicle from a client and then we noticed that it's losing compression. So I'm just going to hand it over to my colleague and then he will give you the finer details.
Thank you very much and good morning to you all. It's just been mentioned, we've received a vehicle in our garage which is losing compression, which is resulting in the loss of power in our vehicle. Having applied all safety precautions before attending to this vehicle, after that we attended to our vehicle and conducted a compression test whereby we are trying to identify exactly where we are losing compression on our vehicle and what is the reason that is causing this compression leak. However, we are going to conduct further tests whereby we want to identify exactly what it is that is causing this leakage. It is either our cylinder head that is cracked, or a blown gasket, or our valves are leaking. To conduct these further tests are my colleagues, and I'm handing over to my colleagues. Over to you.
Thank you very much. When you are removing the cylinder head gasket and the cylinder head, we first undid the cylinder head both starting from the outside looking inwards. This is to ensure that our cylinder head will not do any working. After removing the cylinder head bolts, we place them in a tray. Then we lift up the cylinder head. We lift it up straight. This is to avoid possible mark-off of any visual. We place the cylinder head, we face them with our inlet post and we visually inspect the cylinder head. After visually inspecting the cylinder head, it has no any crack. We wipe off the face of the cylinder head and the face of the cylinder block. We now check for our warpage on both surfaces of the cylinder head and the cylinder block. We first check diagonal, horizontal and vertical. We now check for our cylinder head gasket. Our cylinder head gasket is blown. As you can see, cylinder number 1 and cylinder number 2 is leaking compression. Compression from cylinder number 1 is going to cylinder number 2, so this vehicle will not have its full power. We have to put a new gasket. We do valve leakage test on the cylinder head. After doing valve leakage test on the cylinder head, we now compress the face of the cylinder head block using a compressor. And after compressing, we check if the cylinder head bolts have not lifted its roots in the cylinder head block. We carefully take our new cylinder head gasket and put it on the cylinder block, sitting in its dowel. And carefully we lift up the cylinder head and put it on the cylinder block.
Auto electrics,
which I'll be guided by this diagram, which is being shown on the board. Do you know to lead out guide out to look at the say you won't say it. So I don't from stage by stage, Tangra, my components are shown and look at the won't say it. And then no time you should like say about it. Panning to Tangra, but sort of energy, which is the battery cell. And then Panama connection is a tambo is tambo 2 zeraba is no pane e positive then e actually ether without capacity should date circuit kuti one is a malfunction and then negative yacho ndio inongeraba inongera singwa ni tambo inenda the sort of capacitator So this is the relay, the 4-pin relay, and then you've got the one button, the switch. The button, the one beside it. So if you press it, the second complete, and it, so relay do you know where the products
metal fabrication, brick and block lay, clothing technology, tourism and hospitality studies, commercial agriculture, and agriculture with specialization in tobacco production. Magamba Vocational Training Center also offers 2 diploma programs in partnership with Bindura University. These are the National Diploma in Agriculture, and also Diploma in Agriculture with specialization in tobacco production. Skills outreach programs are meant to take the vocational training center right to the doorstep of the youth in the community. So training is conducted right in the communities where the youth are. Training for enterprise means that our thrust is to train the youth so that they can start their own enterprises and not to look for jobs. So to achieve that, entrepreneurship skills development is offered right across all the programs so that the youth are mentored on how to run their small businesses after completion. Hence our training program or model rather is practice oriented, where 80% of the time is dedicated to practical work and only 20% to theory. So this means that the students are engaged in live projects during training. As an example, our brick and block laying students are right now engaged in the refurbishment of our third hostel. So in as far as our admission requirements are concerned, we don't consider all the other considerations that are taken into account by other institutions. Our major consideration is the passion. Does the youth have the passion for the trade that he